Remember when she was just a little thing? It's coming off pretty easy. It's a new hive. This is all brood here. Maximize that journey that God has allowed me and blessed me to walk with. Chevy's jealous. Chevy's jealous. So I have my trusty friend here with me, Chevy, as we are going around the lake. The lake is looking good. Today, we cleaned up around the lake. It has been a while since we cleaned up around the lake. I mean a while. Now, there's still a lot of debris around the edge where did the weed eating. Had one of our good buddies down the road here, two of them. Actually, one named Samuel and one named Benjamin. Great names, by the way. Biblical names. Names that mean something. So Benjamin worked here this morning, helping me clean up all the way down the lake and also all the way across the dam. But I still have some work to do. We're going to be putting a new sign up here soon. It's going to be exciting here at Welch Family Homestead. Don't you think that'll be a perfect place for the Welch Family Homestead shingle? I think so too. So anyway, let me show you what all got done. We have a big pile of brush here. He laid it so great. He perfectly laid it just so I could get the forklift under there and pick it all up and move it around. And like I say, tomorrow I've got to get all this cleaned out where all the cutting has been done. I have to rake all the way down the edge in the water and get all this swamp grass that's been cut out of the lake. There's a lot of debris floating on top of the lake right now and pollen as well. This is that time of year. And let me just walk you by here and show you how beautiful this looks. Now this is not good. I have two poplar trees that have grown up in the dam. They're not that old. They're only just probably about 2 or 3 years old, 3 years old maybe. And so we're going to take these out so that the roots don't go down into the reservoir and create a passage for potential leak in the dam. It's a very large dam. It goes way out into the lake. There's a lot of dirt. This is a dirt dam. It's an earth dam. You'll look right in here. You'll see a valve. The valve that I have here that valve is a stainless steel tower that I had made. And it has a valve stem out of stainless steel. It goes down into the bottom. There's actually a road that goes down into the bottom of the lake that I built from over there. It goes down on the inside of the reservoir here. And there's a large concrete foundational pad. And then down below that, where the stem of the valve goes through, it turns a butterfly valve through a pipe that goes under the dam and comes out when I want to drain the lake. And I can actually drain this lake. I can drain it down to about where there's about 4 foot of water. As I said, this valve is about 14 and a half feet deep. It's about 18 feet deep in the deepest spot out there, so it's a pretty deep lake. Got about 5.2 million gallons of water in the lake, and it's all clean water coming from way the top of my mountain up here. Pristine, clear, Appalachian spring water out of the rocks. None of this water comes from rain-off drainage from anyone else's property, because I have it from ridge to mountaintop, and such a blessing to be able to say that, because of, you know how I am about keeping everything as organic as possible. So I don't want any runoff from anyone else's farms or highways or what have you. So, oh, we got a power line that comes down on the lower side of the dam. You can see it crossing over top here. It's below the water line. Look at all the mountain laurel that are blooming underneath the power line, because they keep it cut. Now, I want to show you this real quick. This was a lot of work today. This is the reservoir. Remember, I was cleaning up the spillway the other day. Got a lot of work to do over there yet. Have some grass to plant. I put this concrete spillway in several years ago, about 10, 11 years ago. And it comes from trying to get my finger right on the camera, right there, and it goes all the way down, and it connects back into the branch that, again, goes under the dam. There's another one there from a pipe. I have underground springs coming from the other side. And the road, I have the road goes all the way across the dam. This dam will hold up a large tractor trailer. I mean, I can park anything on this reservoir. It's stout. What I'm talking about, see, I'm on my road here. I'll cross the dam. Lake goes way up my valley here. See my barn whip on top of the mountain. Once you see these, look at these beautiful laurel blooming. Take a look at this. You can't see them all from here because these are blocking the rest of them, but they're just absolutely gorgeous. Let me get a close-up of, some are more pink and some are more white. These are more white. These are more pink. These are all wild and natural here in the Appalachian Mountains. Blue Ridge Mountains as well. We don't have to plant them. They're free. If I cut these down, they were just all cut down just a few years ago, and they've all grown back overhead tall. But I'm just so happy with look at the edge of the lake down there. Look at that. Again, we got a lot of cleaning up to do. You can see debris floating in the water. As soon as I clear up over here at the spillway, it'll suck all that off the top, make it extremely clean. But Benjamin did a great job clearing up on the edge of the lake, though. I mean, just a great job. I'm proud of what he'd done. And I do all the work myself here, mostly. But this clearing off of the reservoir was a little bit too much for me. With everything I had going on, I helped and I worked on a lot of it, but I reached a point where I said, you know what, it's too much. I needed a little help today. And these are good, wholesome country boys from up here in Robbinsville, Stokoa area, and the kind that you can trust on your land. Wow, I don't show you this view much. This is a view from the bottom of my property looking back the other way. Now on the other side of this mountain, I own it all the way to the top of that mountain, by the way. God has blessed me. I want to say that. God has blessed me. It's a blessing to be able to say that. That's God's mountain. I don't own it. I'm borrowing it from God to be able to do what I do and to be blessed in life. He blessed me with this, and it took many years to pay it off. This shows you the spillway as it's coming out. Again, it's a mess. You can see we still have some cleaning up to do. This had not been cleaned up in probably 8-9 years. So the undergrowth, I came down here with a tractor, as you can see. The undergrowth had started every year during the fall season, winter season. You'd have a certain amount of the dead growth fall on the spillway, and it was causing the water on the spillway to divert and make the bottom of the dam messy. Look at this massive white oak behind me here, by the way. I have them all over the property. I have one in the garden, and let me get closer so you can see how giant these are. This is just one of many. I have hundreds and hundreds of these big white oaks on the property, but I've been picking on you guys on social media to try to give me some advice on the one I have in my garden. It's creating so much shade. I'm concerned about it affecting the garden. So, spillway, I got about 8 inches thick of concrete down through here, running into the branch here. Again, it comes from the top of my mountain, real clean water. But you can also see that I have springs everywhere, even off the spillway, even though the spillway is not leaking right now. I have a spring coming out right here, which means, even though that's not making my dam leak, I've got underground springs that are all around this lake. If I drain my lake, I have underground springs even running into the lake, under the lake surface, that you can't see unless you drain my lake. I hardly ever drain it, but occasionally I do. When I do, I'm certainly going to do a video of that. So I'm going to step over through here. I almost got my tractor stuck here. This is the area of Welch Family Homestead you haven't been able to see yet. See, this is that is a Cherokee rose right there, by the way. Poplar tree growing up through it. See a willow here. See the willow tree. And look at this reservoir, how much work he did. This, like I say, the lake's 18 foot deep. So this reservoir is about 30 feet in depth. I'm just thinking, don't you think this would make the nicest sitting spot here? Listening to the water. You can see again, I have another spring here coming around the side of the lake. Water goes through and goes under the highway. Listen to the water. I'm going to be quiet for just a moment. You can see under the bushes there, I have a bridge, 2 beams that go across. See, one here and one here. They go across the creek, and that will support my smaller tractor. Now, to show you the size of the dam from down here, you can kind of see one end of it. Thank you for being part of our Welch Family Homestead YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. I do appreciate everyone who subscribes and everyone who takes time to watch our videos. We do everything we possibly can here to help you become better at what you do and hopefully find a love for homesteading, because homesteading is exactly where I'm at. My focus is there, health and wellness, doing everything possible to help as many people to get past those lacks of knowledge. We have so many people out here that want to leave the suburbs and get into a country setting like this. And I started this about 21 years ago, And I'm just now getting to the point where I'm really going full-fledged with the homestead, full-fledged with the farm, and I'm enjoying it. I love it. You can start with a backyard, but it can really make a dent in your pocketbook if you grow your own food. In reality, the grocery store has replaced the garden for so many families. It's become a convenience store. So let's make a difference and be part of this homestead community. And the first way you can do that is by subscribing to my channel and following me. Make sure you hit that bell as well when you subscribe. That way you get notifications every time we upload a video. And I'm not saying we're perfect with our videos, but one of the things that we are going to be doing, part of my passion right now, is to take our YouTube channel to another level. And our YouTube channel is focused on homesteading, independence, doing your own thing, making sure you're not dependent on the large conglomerates, the large monopolies to provide you the sustenance and sustainability that you need to survive. Neighbors have resources. Neighbors have talents. You have talents. Learn your neighbors. Figure out who they are. Let's network together. Networking has been something I've been doing all my life, but to network our talents and to network our capabilities and to network our skill sets, network our resources, all these things add up, and it saves you a lot of money, and it makes your life a lot more secure because you're not dependent. You become more independent and more a community. Please subscribe, hit that notification button, and listen, watch all of our videos. Help us drive this message to the top. God bless you.